For a second, I almost thought that there was only buttons for options and quit and nothing else, but now I see single player and multiplayer. Well, welcome everyone to Ashes of the Empire. We have the prequel, Clone Wars mod, Palpatine's Gamble. We have the original trilogy mod, Project Valacord. And now we have the sequel mod, Ashes of the Empire. I say sequel mod though, but this doesn't really take place during the Star Wars sequels that were released by Disney. This is more just a post-Battle of Endor mod. Either way, we have Star Wars completely covered besides the sequels, and I would be very interested to see how a sequels mod would look like. But as far as I know, I don't think that would be possible. You'd have to be very creative. Here it is, the classic Star Wars space map for Hearts of Iron 4. It's very hard to make scenarios for Stellaris, so you kind of have to do the Hoi 4 space thing. I'd really like to see an EU4 space thing. I'm sure that exists somewhere. And yeah, I guess this is based on Legends. So again, really not a sequel mod in terms of Disney's sequels. This is just a sequel mod in terms of me wanting to complete the package of mods. I really like these planets too. This might be the best Star Wars mod in terms of how the planets look. This is actually really nice. Just look at this. Wow. The only downside, I guess, with the really cool planet textures is it's very hard to see factions. Looking at this, it's almost impossible to see who's in a faction with each other. I dare say it's worth it because I really like how detailed the planets are, but it is kind of difficult to see. We have a decent amount of countries here in our faction, the Free Planets Alliance, or the Alliance of Free Planets, and it looks like there are at least a couple focus trees. That's nice. I guess we better start our focus tree by doing the Conference of Free Peoples. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen though. Who are we gonna fight against? I don't know. We'll find somebody. We can fight against the Mandalorian guy, I guess. Yeah, there are still a lot of countries in this Empire faction, I guess. Of course, the Empire still exists even though the Emperor is dead. We'll just start building factories on our planet. Again, I really do like the layout of these planets. The railroads are a bit funky, but I'm sure that'll be worked out. And let's see research. This is interesting. There's different research for the different factions, which is a nice touch. So there's Imperial Navy research, which will have your TIE fighters and stuff. And then there's New Republic research, which has X-Wings. It's cool to differentiate them in this way. It's possible in regular Hearts of Iron 4 to name different things and have different icons for different factions, so this is possible without these different branches, but doing it this way allows for extra customization and for the different technologies to be truly different. And then it doesn't look like all of the infantry stuff is finished. We have some regular Hearts of Iron 4 stuff left here, like artillery. This engineering tab is interesting. I'm not sure exactly what this is even for. Is this just for Navy and air stuff? This is interesting too. It looks like this is closer to the unfinished side of things, but for espionage you have guilds, which I assume you can do stuff with, and then you have regular operations. Again, we're being called into a conflict here. That's interesting. Where are these guys? It's like no guy from EU4. It's going to be kind of difficult. How are we supposed to get here? Where is our closest planet to this place? I think this is our closest planet. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get naval supremacy all the way over to get there. The Empire's weak, time to strike. I don't know if we're actually going to go to war with them soon. Maybe we will. Okay, never mind. They just white-pieced. And I now realize this here is the generic focus tree. That other country we were looking at was just doing the generic focus tree. Yeah, and this is something I don't think they've ever discussed in Star Wars, the taxation policy, but I guess it's now time. We've won, so we have to decide how to tax people, implement new taxes, cut down on taxes. What does tax modifier even mean? What does that do? Is this galactic market thing? Maybe it's involved with this? Okay, here we go. Price 59 billion. I guess we can just cut down on taxes, because I'm not exactly sure why we need taxes. Oh no, here's the money. We have a decent amount of credits, and we're making credits. So Nagai is back at war with one of our allies, but it looks like we have an option here to allow them to join the alliance, so I'm going to click it, because I'm kind of annoyed. Now we're at war with the Toph Kingdom. Interesting. It looks like they're led by an evil wizard, and we do have land on this planet, so it'll at least be easy to get here. Well, I was confused why my divisions weren't going over here, but I realize now there are no ports on this planet besides this one, Celestia, which we do not own. If they could move into it, that'd be nice. Yeah, we can't build ports in their territory, so that's unfortunate. The AI, you can't really tell them to build things. It doesn't really work like that. I guess we'll use our political power to do some government stuff, or maybe not. Maybe we could do Smugglers Guild. That's who we want to work with as the New Republic. All about smuggling, yeah. We'll do some social programs for stability. So we're at 0%, now we're at 5%. Well, they took the port for 1 second, but then they moved out of the port, and now they're gonna die. Unfortunate. If they stayed in there. Wait, there's also a bank? We can get loans? Finally. This can be like EU4, where you take 1 million loans and then become super powerful and easily repay the loans. Wow, I love this. And there are different banks too, so we can get loans from other banks to pay off our other loans. Experience thing is below this tab and not on the tab. Huh. Weird. And this is interesting. When I click on the world tension thing, we just get this, the Era of Restoration. The Era of Restoration is the beginning of a new era for both the Empire and the New Republic. This is interesting. There's like phases. In phase 1, there's army speed. In phase 2, there's compliance. In phase 3, there's air attack. I really am not sure exactly what this is, but here's the normal world tension stuff that I was looking for. And yeah, there are 2 wars going on. This war, that's impossible, because there's no ports. And then this war that we're not involved in. Kind of interesting. Anyways, what we need to do is this focus here, the Republic Reborn, then maybe we'll annex everybody and then we can force them to build a port. But until then, we focus on attacking the Empire. Hopefully one of these decisions here will get us into a war with the Empire so we can take Coruscant. Okay, we'll do the first one of these decisions. I was actually kind of being stupid. There's a focus right here that gives us a war goal, so we'll begin going down this focus tree so we can get to war with them. And so this is interesting too. We can either get resistance cells on Coruscant when we invade them, or get 4 divisions. I think this is better, getting resistance cells on Coruscant, especially if they have a port. I would really love to have a port, 'cause then I won't have to naval invade. And I refuse to naval invade this planet. I'm not going to naval invade them. Probably train some new infantry divisions though. Can train a lot. And this is an interesting focus too. We get a unit for every country or planet that's currently in the Alliance of Free Planets. There are only 8 right now. We could expand it, or try to expand it before doing that focus, but I don't know how good these divisions are. Maybe if those are crazy tank divisions, it would have been best if we waited, but I think we're fine. There are unique doctrine trees too. Our first doctrine kind of starting off at post-Endor survival, highlighting the fact that we have a lot of military doctrine before this, and we start at the point of the Battle of Endor, or after it. This mod would become a lot more difficult to make and very dynamic if it started right before the Battle of Endor and could go in a lot of different directions. And this is cool too. In the generic focus tree, once they complete the focus to side with the Alliance, the generic focus tree splits into a new shared focus tree part for the political branch. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen any mods do that for a generic focus tree. And these are cool animations too. Very nice. Anyways, let's see if we can get naval supremacy all the way to Coruscant. So here's the backup strategy. We are going to delete this and try to get these guys into this port before they get pushed out, and then we will reroute our naval invasion to the Imperial Center over sector and see if we can land here, and then from here get to Coruscant. Lots of invading Coruscant though. It's a common theme in all these Star Wars mods. Okay, with the help of the last stand button, we were able to hold on to this port, and these guys are getting organization now. That's good. We had to make sure to last stand them too, or they would immediately die through lack of organization and HP. And I don't really care about taking over this planet. This is just kind of a way for us to naval invade. There's also this magical white line which is gracing us with its presence. These are all, I guess they count as urban tiles, probably. This is Coruscant after all. If any planet is going to be all urban tiles, it's this one. We'd like to find an air base here too, so we can get some planes over here. So we temporarily got encircled ourselves, but then I moved into this tile to auto and encircle us, and it's just slow urban fighting. It appears they don't have all of their 40 whatever divisions on this planet, which is convenient. I assume some are distracted here, which is nice. And they're wasting a lot of equipment trying to attack into us here. But yeah, we'll just keep pushing. I don't know how much of this planet we'll need to take to capitulate that, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Oh no, I put my fleet into position over the planet, and our fleet has taken on the magical +Z -X box form. Very spooky. Despite the lack of models, it is cool though that the fleet, instead of just appearing around the planet, actually will appear over the planet. I'm going to put it away though, because I don't want to look at these weird boxes. And we have taken all their ports on Coruscant too, so hopefully that means no more reinforcements. They only have what they currently have on the planet. Their divisions are much better than ours, and they have actual diverse divisions, where we just have one infantry division, but I think we can win just by microing. We took the Imperial Palace too, which constitutes the end of this encirclement thing. I don't really know where they're going to have good supply and where they're kind of done now. It's kind of complicated. And the only big victory point left is the Senate building, but we can't really move into it because this division is tied down. Yeah, and they're going to definitely capitulate soon. They don't have supply anywhere besides the Senate building, which I guess is kind of annoying. Never mind. That was easy enough. We get a super event. I don't know how to close the super event. And now we can do the Republic Reborn now that we own Coruscant. Very nice. And we have it as core states too. So that's going to mean a lot of manpower, a lot of money. Factories? Yeah, a good amount of factories. And very nice. We're now the new Republic. Unfortunately, we didn't annex everybody else in the Alliance. That would have been nice. Maybe we do in one of these focuses here. It looks like most of this stuff though is unfinished. Most of the stuff in the other one isn't quite ready too, but it looks like this one is more so not doing anything. If we can get to this focus though, we can get to Luke Skywalker as a general. He can be a general like his father. It'll be very wholesome. I also really like the color-coded hyperspace lanes too, and they all share the same name, so you know what they are. Hydian Way is this turquoise one. The Trellin trade route is green. Either way, this is a promising mod. I hope they continue to develop it and flesh out the focus trees and such. Again, my favorite part of this mod has to be how beautiful the planets are. It's a very nice touch. Anyways, I will see you all next time.